While in my lifetime, I've seen the demand for convenience increase at a rapid rate. From shipping times and internet speeds to engine and SD card sizes, our society seems to have an unquenchable thirst for more, and as soon as we can get it. For good reason, too. The internet's economy contribution to the US GDP grew 22% per year since 2016. These advancements have increased our productivity, opened new channels of communication, and have raised our overall standard of living. At the same time, these same advancements have left many behind, pushing those on the margins of society even further away from hopes of enjoying a lifestyle similar to the average American, or those of other first world countries. The textile industry is a primary example of this. Among the marvels of the American industry on display at the Chicago World's Fair in 1893 were the original Ferris wheel and the world's first zipper. But for many of the exhibition's tens of millions of visitors, it was the 200 cloth and fabric manufacturers, including more than 60 cotton-specific ones, that really stoked their nationalism. Those in textiles at the time seemed to have no doubt that the business in the US economy would continue to grow and be the way of the future, until it ended up being neither. At the time of that World Fair, there were almost 900 textile cotton mills in the US. Today, that number is down to around 100, with the majority of apparel manufacturing being imported from countries that can provide labor at lower costs. Recently, the US has been exporting out some high-quality fabrics. However, they are still considered a net importer when it comes to making the actual clothing. That may sound all positive to some people who see it as economic growth leading to greater efficiency or as a shifting of the job market, but how you do a thing matters, and better profit margins have in many ways created adverse effects for those workers living on the margins in other countries. Maybe you've heard of the Rana Plaza collapse of 2013, in which 1,134 textile workers were killed, or the Ali Enterprises factory fire that killed more than 260 people. Fast fashion, a phrase often used to describe the quick design and manufacturing of apparel produced in humongous quantities, may be to blame. Michael Lee, an associate professor of marketing at the University of Auckland in New Zealand, provides a few insights when it comes to consumer behavior and fast fashion. Consumers buy things for three main reasons: function, because we need it to do something; symbolic reasons, to associate with others or develop a unique identity; or experience, to feel something special. When it comes to fashion, there's a tension between functionality, the bang for buck that fast fashion gives you, versus the symbolism that is associated with sustainable clothing. When money gets tight, symbolism and experience lag far behind functionality. He points out later that it will be difficult to rely on consumers to lead the charge in helping improve textile conditions in a high-priced, low-wage economy where shoppers will still most likely lean towards cheaper prices. While consumers may be one part of the puzzle, there are other players at the table in positions to help create change. Organizations like the Clean Clothes Campaign exist to lobby companies and governments to provide livable wages, safer work environments, job security through contracts, and a number of other workers' rights to those being taken advantage of. Volunteering or getting involved with these organizations is one of the best ways to help improve the lives of textile workers. Just in 2023, as an organization, they accomplished creating a 6-year agreement for factory safety in Pakistan, Bangladesh, and beyond. In addition to this, they were able to donate 500,000 euros to textile workers in Croatia. Growing up, whether it was roughhousing with my siblings or taking a bike off of a homemade ramp, my dad would often remind us that bigger, faster, and stronger can lead to becoming out of control, or to decisions we might regret. Similar advice might apply here. All that glitters isn't necessarily gold. Progress doesn't always lead to favorable outcomes, and some favorable outcomes blind us from the path of destruction that was taken to get there. Benjamin Franklin once said, "A stitch in time saves 9. We can each be stitches in a seam for change, for workers' rights, and better lives for textile workers."